But what's going on, bud?
Not too much.
How was your beautiful Tuesday afternoon?
Not horrible.
Oh, sounds exciting. Um, so, welcome everybody to Bull Moose Lodge here. I'm Joe. I'm here with my buddy Rob from Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, just Rob. Um, how was your day, man?
Not too bad. Just writing emails left and right. Getting ready for busy March.
Busy?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What makes March so busy?
Well, I have pretty much interviews with bands every week.
Mhm. Any big interviews coming up?
Um, Not big, but I'm gonna be at Love Draft, Pennsylvania on the 17th with Forever May Fall, Hush, September Morning, and Paramount 5000.
Oh, nice. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'll be filming everybody's set and a few interviews here and there.
That's all going up on YouTube, right?
Yes, it's going to go on YouTube. I might, if the internet connection is okay, I'll probably go live from there, but most places it's not, so it'll be filmed and then Monday or Tuesday everything will be up.
Yeah, it's gonna be like out in the middle of PA, right?
Yeah, it's in Marisburg. It's I'm from I'm from Jersey. It's like 2.5 hours away from here.
It's probably still gonna be snow up on the ground, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's actually on St. Patrick's Day, so it should be interesting.
Don't get too Irish out there and get too drunk.
Surprisingly enough, I don't drink anymore, so
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
yeah, I don't really. Maybe once every couple months, not even.
Right on. And since we're talking about interviews here, what's the craziest interview you've done so far?
I wouldn't say crazy, but I have a feeling in the next couple of weeks I'm gonna have something that's gonna be out of pocket.
Out of pocket how? Like,
They're gonna be in full character.
like Guar or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
That'll be something to see, something to watch.
I think that's on March 13th, and it's Power Seekers.
Who?
Power Seekers.
I haven't heard of them, but I'll check them out. All right. Is there an interview you would want to do that you haven't done yet?
Oh, there's several. Of course, Johnson Davis. I would love to have Corey Taylor. Um, Stevie Nicks. There's so many that I would love to, but a little out of my reach at this moment.
Yeah. Who knows? Stevie Nicks might land in your lap and be good to go. Okay. Um, what's your favorite place that you've ever interviewed anybody at so far?
I'm gonna have to say most of my interviews are at Starland Ballroom.
That's been your favorite place so far? Or?
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's normally where I have my interviews at, but I'm normally at Starland Ballroom, PNC, or now Love Draft in Marisburg, Pennsylvania.
All right.
I'm
Yep.
starting to venture out a little bit more this year, but so far that's where. Oh, and I forgot Dingbats. That's in Clifton.
Yeah. What's one place that you can't wait to go interview somebody at?
If the opportunity ever arise, Red Rock,
Where's that at?
Colorado. It's such a beautiful venue.
What city is it in?
That I don't know. I believe it's in Colorado.
All right.
I'm gonna have to send you photos of the place. It's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, that it's Red Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Rock Casino. Or
It's outside.
Vegas. Really different state too. Anyway, but okay. What's your three-part question here? For you. What's your
So
what's your favorite band, song, and album that you can't live without?
I'm gonna have to say, what do you call it? Korn's self-titled album. Favorite song was "Blind," and that, and probably Guns N' Roses. Um, In Illusions One. I think it's a blue. It's a blue album.
What's your what do you like about the most?
You don't have to skip any song. Like front to
Yeah,
back, I can listen to both those albums, front to back.
yeah. Let's choose only one song from either of those albums. That would be.
Corn would be blind, and then I'm probably butchering. I'm gonna have to say November Rain,
That is that was probably the number two greatest love song of all time.
but it's not. I mean,
Not really a love song, but
no, it's not. Like we could really get into that. That's not. It's a love ballad, yes, but it's not a love song. It's something you really don't play at a wedding, but my ass is going to.
yeah, just like every rose has its thorn, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So
Or
like,
highway to hell.
I mean, that could be fitting. I mean, you could play that at a wedding, technically.
Everybody has to be on board for that one, though, right?
And I know I'm gonna do this, and I know that certain people are gonna get it. It's just the intro. If I ever do get married, what do you call it? Nine Inch Nails closer. I am going to have just the instrumental of the music, just for shock value.
Most people won't get it, but in this day and age, but
I
few people
I, I,
will.
I guarantee that you would definitely, you'd be like red flag.
I don't know. if she agrees to it, that might be a green flag for you, but it's she
Oh,
agrees to it.
I mean, it would be. I'll sneak it in somehow. Hee hee hee.
That's what she said. All right. So since you've been listening to music your whole life, I know you well enough.
Yeah.
What's the biggest music drama that you remember happening in your lifetime? Or lifetime?
You said drama?
Yeah, drama. People fighting, people arguing, like cars, something.
Oh shit! There's so many, so many. I mean, like there's always a great debate on when one singer leaves, the other one comes in, and all that, and um, there's been, I mean, and I can't think right now, but there's been so many fights on stage, like band member to band member.
Like, you remember anybody who, oh, excuse me, who got fighting with who won, argued,
Um,
fighting?
it normally gets broken up. It's normally like a stalemate, but like there's not like a winner or a loser. It's just tempers fly and things happen. I mean, like if we're going back to like when we were kids and everything else, I mean, there's been several incidences.
Have you seen any in person on stage?
Unfortunately, unfortunately, no, I have not yet. Because I've been in the scene since Birch Hill days. I'm gonna say mid '90s to 2017, maybe when they were opened. Even before that, the VFW shows and firehouses and New Jersey hardcore shows and I'm saying like early mid '90s to 2000s. Those were fun times.
Yeah, I bet. I was still living in New York, so unfortunately I couldn't have been in that scene of that era. But what was what band at that time did you enjoy seeing the most?
At that time, I saw Seven Dust was at Birch Hill. I mean, Seven Dust. What do you call it? Biohazard, Fu Manchu. Funny story about that place. I had tickets to see Papa Roach. Did not get to see Papa Roach because the fire marshal shut that down. But I got to wait on the drummer a couple hours beforehand. Like Taproot, freaking Misfits, MXPX. Yeah, it was like the place to be every weekend.
Yeah, that place was a blast. Whenever I went there, not even for music, just in general, it was fun.
I'm gonna say like, and they had a nightclub as well. So it was like, except for like, I'll be honest with you, except for like Monday or Tuesday, every night you could go there.
Yeah, they always had a lineup, if I remember.
No, it was always packed. Like there was not. It was always shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
I actually got to see Three Doors Down before they got big there. Disturbed, Kitty. Um, now I can't think of their name. They only had one freaking song. It's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna freaking message you later with it. But I'm saying like anybody and anybody was there. So in our area now, it's just literally Starland Ballroom, and then what do you call it? You go further out, it's Clifton, and then
Pony's still standing down there in Neptune and Asbury, thankfully.
now what do you call it? Love Draft is getting bigger acts. That's the one that's in Mercersburg, Pennsylvania. Then of course we have PNC, but that's a amphitheater show with their seats and then there's lawn.
Excuse me, sorry. Was there ever any bands from when we were kids that you saw, like you had the pleasure of saying that you think should have been bigger than they actually ended up being?
I'm trying to think. Maybe Orange 9mm.
I never heard of them, so
They were actually their biggest song was in Escape from LA soundtrack.
I'll have to go back and listen to that.
It's called Fire in the Hole.
At least they got a little bit of love there.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and you listen to soundtracks to movies, there's a lot of bands that should have been bigger than they are. Like, I mean, there's...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... It's not that they didn't... They did what the label wanted them to do, and then that was it. When they were done with the label, they fell off.
It's a shame too that they couldn't, keep going.
Or they did and didn't get the same response from their hits.
Any band in particular you remember just kind of diving off like that?
Blindside. They had maybe three or four albums, and they were in. Don't quote me because I'm not 100% sure, but they were in a video game, one of their songs. And I think in a movie, but then I haven't heard anything from them in years.
I wonder why.
All right, I have a question for you because I'm going to bring this up later, probably today or tomorrow at some point. Are you familiar with Slayer coming back?
Honestly, I never actually thought Slayer ever left.
They had a farewell tour, and now they're doing a reunion. And it hasn't been the length of time that I think it should have been to try to play a few more shows. I think it's a cash grab, and quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a cash grab.
Yeah, my first reaction would be to say, they're especially if it's as quick as you saying it is. Its reaction is it's for the money. How many other bands have retired, and then 5 years later they're doing a massive stadium tour? And
once you say you're done, and like there's more into it. Like there's more, I'm gonna get into it later on, but I'm saying there's more into it than them just being done. It's just what do you call it? You sell tickets, you sell out tickets to a farewell tour, and then you call it a reunion when it hasn't been 10 years. Or I could look up the date right now of the last time I saw them. I know who I was with. They were playing with them, Slayer, and I think Anthrax. I think. And it hasn't been 10 years.
I mean, shit, the Rolling Stones have been retiring for 15 years now.
And Rolling Stones,
You know,
yes, and AC/DC's coming back apparently, doing a tour.
the Eagles have been on a farewell tour for the last 3 years. You know,
But here's my thing about it is you haven't released or dropped any new music in a minute. So all you're going to be doing is playing the greatest hits, pretty much.
yeah, a lot of bands, and I'm sure Slayer's in the same boat. That they announce any kind of tour, people are going to sell out. People are going to go see it. So, like you said, and even I agree that first reaction is like you're doing it for the money.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely a money grab. Touring is very expensive.
I could only imagine. And all the people you got to pay, all the friggin' venues you got to pay. I can imagine how expensive it is, especially in this economy.
This economy or the economy that we had before. Gas prices alone plus the ticket prices are outrageous sometimes. Mind you, I'm still thinking about going to. It's not until October, I believe. But for GA, general admission, I'm not mentioning which artist this is. They wanted $333 for GA. To me, that's outrageous.
Now, how much is that on the artist, or how much of that is on like Ticketmaster or live events or whatever? How much are they tacking onto it?
Well,
Because I remember that was a big deal a few years back.
so here's the thing. Live Nation, Ticketmaster are brother sister company, or cousins, or they're related. Then you have these other sites that no fees, no nothing. It's $82. It's $82. Then you have Groupon is a lovely thing, and people keep sleeping on it. I got tickets to see Joan Jett and Alanis Morissette for $25. You can't beat that. $25 to see. And I don't remember who the third person is on that bill. Probably a country guy. I'm not sure. It's not 100% of the artist of the ticket sales. It's the venue and Ticketmaster, and you got to realize that the bands, make their money with merch. That's their bread and butter. It's not it's not ticket sales. It's not it's not at the door.
Yeah, I mean everybody's got to make their cut, and that's why I was saying, like, you can't blame just the artist, whoever it is.
Oh, I was never blaming the artist. I'm just saying it's ridiculous for general admission
Yeah.
over $80. Like I've seen what do you call it, tickets for general admission for 50, 60. I mean, to me that's kosher. Like under
Yeah.
$100 for standing room only. That's not with what do you call it, a VIP pass. That's not with a meet and greet. Everything is separate. Like people, I mean, most people realize that, but
Yeah, and I think most people that, at least people that could afford it, wouldn't mind spending $250, and that would be including the ticket, that would include parking, transportation to get there,
oh
maybe a
no,
T-shirt or two, the meet
yeah,
and
but
greet, and then it's like $300. You're like, okay, I got my money's worth. A
yeah,
couple
but
beers in there.
yeah, but it's not that way. Parking is give or take, depends on what venue it is. $7, $10 for parking. Then what do you call it? Plus your ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're looking at what do you call it? Depends on where the venue is. If you're going to, just say you're going to Madison Square Garden, whatever your ticket price is for the Garden, plus transportation, that's another $30 on top. If you're taking the train in, whatever the case may be, then another $10 for a hot dog and a drink.
yeah. You can easily be looking at like $600.
Pretty much. That's why not that I would not want to go to certain, stadium shows or whatever the case may be. It's just the price. End of day. I think the artist is playing at the Meadowlands, so it's a train to what do you call it, Secaucus. Take the shuttle over to Secaucus. The train. Take the shuttle back to Secaucus. Go to say Matawan. That's $30. I mean, that's $30 itself. Then the $80, $90 ticket for nosebleeds. And the food
Yeah,
in the stadium is a cheeseburger and fries would be $20 and change. If you're lucky. Like I'm saying, the pricing is outrageous. I miss our $10 shows, our $13 shows. Our $2 bottles of water, not $4 or $7 of pure water.
yeah. And that's why people freaking tailgate and get freaking drunk in the parking lot. Because you could, for the price of two beers in the freaking stadium or in the show.
I normally bring a bottle of water with me, like while I'm waiting.
Yeah, but still, I mean, there should be a reason that you have $4 for a bottle of water.
No,
It's crazy.
and you're gonna laugh at this because I saw this firsthand, and I don't know if it was genius or whatever the case may be. I saw somebody DoorDash. They were waiting in line, and they DoorDashed. What do you call it? Starbucks.
You know what? I can't hate on it. I can't hate them for doing it. You know?
I've seen somebody DoorDash McDonald's.
Yeah, whatever you ordered plus the delivery fee is still going to be cheaper than whatever you're paying inside. Yeah, so fuck it.
What was the last show you went to?
I want to say the last show band I saw was me and the wife were at Comic-Con, and when she had gotten tickets to see to this, there was an emo bar or a bar that had it was like a vampire themed party takeover
Okay.
of this bar, and they who the guy that was in charge of it and his partner, the woman, they went all out Halloween decorations. Like you're in the middle of the swamps in Louisiana, and women swinging from the ceiling, and they had this emo band that played all the hits from that time frame, and some of the stuff I knew, some of it was after my time, but I think I remember I recorded a few videos, and I think I sent it to you.
I
They,
believe
they,
you
they
did.
were good.
I believe you did.
They were good. They both, the guy and the girl in the band, had excellent voices. And that was middle of July, San Diego.
I'm debating on going to see Quar.
Where are they playing at?
Starland on the 6th. Then after that, I have Shadows Fall, Nora, and then the next day I'll be in Pennsylvania, covering Pennsylvania.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, this summer there's so many shows going on that I'm so me and a candy store are trying to figure out which one I'm going to because I can't be everywhere.
Yeah. Sucks you can't be everywhere all at once, but
I mean, I wish that was my superpower because honestly, I mean that would be freaking cool.
you just got multiple Robs running around.
Yeah, it's a scary sight.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying to think about.
It'd be fun though for like a hot minute, but
completely, completely screw with people.
I'm thinking about doing that now. Just getting a cardboard cutout of myself and putting it random places.
Yeah, just take pictures of your face and stick it in windows. You know,
That'd probably get me in trouble though.
at work, in the back, in the cooler at Wawa.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would put myself in, myself right next to the other register, just confuse people.
Just got like $10 in your hand, trying to change
Yep.
pack of cigarettes. All right, one last question for you, Robin, and I'll let you get out of here.
All
We're
right.
almost at 34 minutes here. I'm thinking about ending every interview, podcast, whatever this turns out to be, with a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
In the music industry,
Okay.
what is the biggest conspiracy theory you could think of? So kind of related to one of the other questions I asked you earlier, but like when it comes to like who did it, what happened, kind of conspiracy theory stuff.
Well, I mean, there's two at the top of my head is that Tupac is still alive. And the other one is Avril Lavigne is passed away, and a woman named Michelle took over her spot.
Really, I haven't heard that.
Oh yeah, it was yeah, what do you call it? There's actually a picture of her with Sharpie the name Michelle on her, but yeah, it was the biggest conspiracy theory for years. But you change that time. I mean, she was a kid when all this. Your voice changes a little bit, and your appearance and everything else. So, I'm reneging on that it's a conspiracy theory, but yeah, it was a big thing for years that was posted about that. That Tupac is still alive. What do you call it? Elvis is still alive. You know,
Tupac's living in like Jamaica somewhere.
I'm saying that those are big conspiracies that those top three would come to mind, but there's probably more than that. I mean, there's a lot going on that it's just always fun to talk about.
Yeah, the only one I ever really think of besides Tupac is Courtney shot him. So that's all I know.
Well,
It's Courtney
the
Love's fault.
tire, what do you call it? Kurt Cobain and Courtney thing.
Yeah,
Well, there was two different handwritings on the suicide note. So if they did forensics correctly and traced that back, this conversation would be, not really anymore. I mean, in depth, there was a lot. What do you call it? Even talk screen and everything else. That there had to be help somewhere.
yeah.
Because I've watched every documentary on that. If there's a documentary, that's where I'm normally watching. The only one I haven't watched yet is the Godsmack documentary so far.
And where they have those documentaries on that.
Netflix, Hulu, and I think Peacock.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the Godsmack one is. I'm gonna look tonight because I actually have a minute to breathe. Maybe I'll probably watch that tonight. I'm doing a lot more things behind the scenes, probably tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday because I don't have interviews this week. It's the following week. I took a couple days off to do more things for everybody.
Besides interviews, anything else we could look forward to from the new
Um,
future?
Maybe having a coffee talk episode. Just bring random people in, musicians and fans, just to you know talk for a little bit on what's going on.
Cup of coffee and a Danish.
Yeah, maybe that's the idea, and hopefully eventually I'm gonna put everything on Podbean or Spotify or Apple, and there might be a giveaway at some point soon.
Yeah. Something everybody can look forward to. I know your fans are probably really going to be eye out for it. So
And you can actually order me on Cameo now.
yeah, nice. I
Yeah,
paid to see it first, Rob.
yeah. What do you call it? Birthday wishes. Uh, Pretty much whatever you want me to say.
You left it very open ended, Rob. I would be
Yeah.
very
Well,
looking
yeah.
for this.
Well, if you pay for the service, I'm gonna give you the service. But slurs are not okay with me. If I see one in there, I'm gonna probably decline that. But yeah. Oh, and there is new merch coming soon.
You
I
said
have.
hats and
I haven't. I'm only doing pre-order only right now. But hats, dog tags. I have the website open still on my Shopify, Concert Junkies Rob and John. Well, Concert Junkies Rob and John YouTube. There is a TikTok. It is just Robert M Rosenthal, and there's Instagram's just Robert M Rosenthal. There's a Twitch is just Concert Rob because it wouldn't let me finish what I was saying. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things in the works right now, and hopefully I'll be able to come out by you eventually soon, so we can collab and do stuff out there.
Absolutely. You're always welcome, Rob. You know that. And, whenever
And
you
you're
come out here, we'll find something.
and you're always welcome here. I gotta
I'd love
figure.
to. My family lives there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm saying I'm trying to figure out stuff, but and if anybody has any ideas, let me know. Whatever you guys want to see. I've done the hot ship twice already. I have a third one if necessary, but